What happened.
Martha.
I'm going to stop you. The incidents were limited to a handful of problems.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs.
Hey, I'm Reese, and this is Back Porch News. We just watched U.S. Senator and VP candidate J.D. Vance lay out ABC reporter Martha Raddatz. Raditz attempted to call Vance out over statements Trump has recently made that Aurora, Colorado has been overrun by Venezuelan gangs.
I understand what you're saying, that some people left behind, but he's making these statements that the mayor is flat out disputing.
Am I the only one who's getting sick of these faulty appeals to authority when dealing with public crises? Government officials almost always have motive to lie about the really bad things that are happening. If they can convince you that they are doing a great job, you'll vote for them again.
The mayor said they were exaggerated. That means there's got to be some element of truth here. And of course, President Trump was actually in Aurora, Colorado, talking to people on the ground. And what we're hearing, of course, Martha, is that people are terrified by what has happened with some of these Venezuelan gangs.
Bingo. Vance is pointing out that contrary to what Martha said, the mayor is not actually disputing the facts, but rather the phrasing of what Trump said. This is an old media saw at this point. Trump speaks using the same loose hyperbole that normal workaday folks use, and the media spaz out and flail, saying Trump is a liar.
The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns.
And here comes the disingenuousness from Martha. Absolutely no one thought Trump meant that the Venezuelan gang has overthrown the Aurora government and were ruling the peasants with an iron fist. They are street gangs, not Dr. Doom. Trump exaggerates. He has never had a mediocre meal in his life. It is either the best thing he has ever eaten, or anyone really, and I know a thing or two about dinner. Or else it's trash. Just a disgrace. Trump does this to the nth degree, but it is dead common to talk about the best day ever, or the worst movie of all time, as if anyone could even know that. But Martha pretends that only explicit and precise communication is possible, so she can paint Trump as a villain, and in doing so, she diminishes the suffering of the Aurora victims.
A handful of problems.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border?
Bingo. It's less than a city, so it's okay? Is that what you're really going with, Martha? Why do you hate your fellow Americans so much?
I really find this exchange, Martha, sort of interesting because you seem to be more focused with nitpicking everything that Donald Trump has said rather than acknowledging that apartment complexes in the United States of America are being taken over by violent gangs. I worry so much more about that problem than anything else here. We've got to get American communities in a safe space again.
And that's really the question. Are you motivated by the hate you have for your opponents, or by the love you have for your fellow humans and citizens? At least that's the view from my back porch. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we hope to see you next time on Back Porch News.